This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, January the 9th, 2022. And I am almost completely whole. So if you've been waiting through the last few weeks of 2021 and the first week of 2022, waiting on my voice to be normal, so close. We are super close. Okay, let me get caught up to you all here. It is good to see everyone. Please say hi and hello. Let us know if you're brand new so that we can welcome you, because we love to welcome new people. And if you are joining us for the first time, you can go find the notes for this in the next day or two. That's going to be on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Hello, John from home base. Or you can go back and watch this later on YouTube. That will be on YouTube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. Yeah, and you can go back and see what all the fun was. If you have, if you need to catch up, or if you wanted to take some notes and didn't get a chance to, you can go do that later. Hello, Stacy. Hello, Hattie. It's a good evening to everyone. I am almost back at full capacity on the voice, and I am so super pumped. Hello, Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. And we do love, we is me, and Dusty. If you don't know Dusty, he is down here sleeping. Hello, Stacy. I have to tell you a quick story. We do love to tell people hello, and so do all the lovely ladies who are in, one gentleman who are already out there. Hello, Deanna. Hello, Mary. Let's see, Charlotte has snuck in. Hello, Cheryl. And hello, Linda from Rock Island, Illinois. Hello, Vicki from St. Louis. So if you are just joining us, and hello, Karen. Oh, thank you, Karen. And if you are just joining us, we do like to say hi and hello. So we encourage you to do that. Hello, Heather from, from Jersey. Hello, Cynthia. Hello, Carol Lou. Oh, well, thank you. Carol Lou says, I look pretty tonight. So Carol Lou, let me just explain real quick. And I know I just totally sidetracked already. Hello, Trish. Hello, Lynn. So if you're brand new, I get sidetracked a lot. Hello, Rita. If I see something shiny, or if you all say something that gets my attention, I will be off track faster than you even know. Yep. And I already said hello to Heather from Jersey. Hello, Vicki. And hello, Charlotte. And remember, if you're brand new, let us know, because we would love to say hi and hello and welcome you. My hair is like a solid knot. Hello, Chris. Hello, Marion from Pennsylvania. We got rained on 3 times today. John got soaked walking somewhere today. And Charlotte, I think I said hello, but hello, Charlotte. Hello, Maureen. And hello, Sherry. But anyway, yeah, so my hair's been soaked 3 times today, and it is a rat's nest. So I'm glad it looks okay, because it's going to be hard to brush when I get home. Okay, so hello, Elaine. Hello, Chris. But hi and hello. Happy Sunday. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. And hello, Terry. Today's January the 9th. Hello, Linda from Perrysburg, Ohio. Hello, Kathy from Iowa. It's already January the 9th. And hello, Sherry. We are well into 2022. And hello, Lisa from Arkansas. Hello, Heidi. Hello, everyone. And hello, Patty. Oh, thank you. Thank you all so much. And hello, Rosie. And Rosie, I just saw your comment over on YouTube. Thank you so much for always commenting on YouTube. Hello, Pat from Illinois. And hello, Patty. Thank you very much. Hello, Marlene from Largo, Florida. So hi and hello and happy Sunday, everybody. We are ready to go. My voice is almost 100%. Hello, Gina from Columbia, Tennessee. John should probably know where every city that you all are in is. Yeah, he should probably know all of them. Well, he should do some kind of a little geographical survey, because he's probably sent people to do a concrete floor in your city. If you have a Dollar General or store like that. And hello, Roberta from Missouri. But anyway, hello and happy Sunday, everybody. Again, I'm Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. It's January the 9th. This is chat number 256. And the title of tonight's chat is 2021, and that's a wrap. Because we are going to finish wrapping up 2021 tonight. And even though I'm going to let you all look in the rearview mirror a little bit, because I'm doing a little bit too, just to check and make sure, how far we've come, we are not going to spend all of the first part of 2022 dwelling on 2021. Okay, so 2021, it's a wrap. We are wrapping it up. And aloha, Kathy. So speaking of that, I don't know if you all saw this or not, but if you got on your WW app anytime soon, oh, hold on, Sandra wants to see my earrings. Hello, Sandra, and Sandra wants to see my earrings. So these are just some little, I don't know, cheapy earrings that I got from a local crafter here somewhere. You don't know how much I love my earrings and how much I love my local crafters. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Mary from New Albany, Indiana. Hello, Myrna, and hello, Deborah. So, what was I even saying? If you have not been on your WW app lately, go ahead and get on there, because, and hello, Sandra from Naperville, Illinois, cold and icy. I'm already going to sidetrack again and say, last week when I was busting it out of here so fast so that I could beat the rain, and hello, Jennifer, so I could beat the snow, it didn't snow. So we got nothing at all. They got snow a little bit north of here, and Nashville got a lot, but we got none. Hello, Orlando, Debbie. So yeah, so we got gypped. Anyway, and hello again, Myrna. Okay, so if you haven't checked your WW app lately, like in the last few days, go ahead, and hello Nancy, go ahead and check it. And if you accidentally have clicked off of this notification, you're just going to go back to the home page on your WW app. I have not tried to find it from a computer. Actually, I did, and I couldn't find it. And thank you, see where that is, for all the hearts and the smiley faces. But if you've already dismissed this notification, you're going to have to go to the home page on your app and scroll down a little bit, like scroll down past where you would track your food. And WW has created a thing called That's a Wrap on 2021. And it's a super cute video that you can actually edit before you share it. So it's gonna prompt you to view. So if you haven't been on your app, and yes, Sandra, we did miss the snow bullet for sure, like almost to the point of being disappointing. But anyway, if you haven't been prompted to do that, go ahead and find it and do that, because it's going to prompt you to view, edit, and then post this cute video that it has made. And you can actually decide which things you want shown and which things you don't. And it is things like steps. Oh, Deanna did hers. Good. It's things like steps, how many times you tracked. It's got all different, things that you can post on there, post in this little video and then share. And so once you edit it, it's going to show you, it's going to make a little personalized video of your accomplishments from 2021. And it was so cute. So I've already done mine. And if you have already accidentally dismissed that notification, because I know a couple of people thought that it was some other kind of a notification, and they just scrolled off of it. Or if you were letting Alyssa play with your phone and she dismissed the notification because she doesn't think they're important, then you may have missed this. So just scroll down a little bit on your homepage on the WW app, and then it'll go ahead, and you can go ahead and it'll prompt you, or you can click on that, and it's gonna make a cute little video for you. So one of the informative things that I found out, even though I track my activity several different ways, I had no idea that in 2021, I walked over 2.5 million steps. I don't know, that may not be a lot. I'm sure there have been years that I have walked more than that, but I don't know. I just loved seeing that little thing come up that said I had walked 2.5, whatever million steps. Anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. So that's a little bit of news for January 2022. The next thing was, if you are new to Weight Watchers. So if you are new to WW or to Weight Watchers, and I've noticed they have started calling it Weight Watchers again, so I don't have to just call it WW, which is awesome, because I much prefer Weight Watchers. Yep, and Lynn thought it was pretty cool too. So if you're brand new to Weight Watchers, or if you are just, so Carol Lou did hers, and she ate a lot of veggies. So she found out from her little It's a Wrap 2021 video from WW, from Weight Watchers, that she ate a lot of veggies in 2021. And hello, Sylvia. And I know there are years that I have taken more steps, but that just seemed like a lot. It was so fun to watch that pop up. But if you're brand new to Weight Watchers, or if you're just brand new to us, or if you're just getting back into this, so if you took a little break at the end of 2021, or for all of 2021, and you're just getting back into this, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, everything is different. It's all different. Guess what? It is. It is all different, because we are on the personal points program now. And everything is geared towards you. So we do have other chats about how to do everything, about how to, how to do your personal assessment, all kinds of fun things like that. But I just wanted to tell you, in case you are brand new to Weight Watchers, or if you're back from a little break away, and Sylvia's was not quite 2 million, and Jennifer had more steps than she thought. But if you're brand new to Weight Watchers, or if you've been if you've taken a little break and you're back from a break away, so like Nancy says she's a returning lifetime member. That is awesome, Nancy. We're so happy that you're here. Congratulations. So and hello, Loretta. So if that's you, if you are brand new to Weight Watchers, or if you are returning after a little break, and it doesn't matter what the break was for, we're just glad you're back. There are lots of different ways to find. So you have several different options to get the information that you're going to need on the new Weight Watchers, the new WW program. Again, it's called Personal Points. So if you go, this is easier if you go to a desktop. You can do this from the mobile version, but if you will go to a desktop and log in to weightwatchers.com, but you do have to go ahead and log in, okay? Oh, and Sylvia is also a returning lifetime member. Sylvia, you didn't go anywhere, honey. You just took a tiny break, but you didn't go anywhere. You're still here. You've always been here in my heart. But it's easier to do this on a computer. You are going to go to you're going to visit the Living WW section of weightwatchers.com. And once you get there, you can access the Personal Points program materials. You can access workshops, like digital workshops, or you can find out if there is an in-person workshop in your area. And you can complete a printable 0 points food list, and there's a whole lot of different things you can do from there. I personally think, okay, so the computer version, the desktop version of the app. Oh wait, and Kathy went back to her meeting for the first time since November the 1st. Oh no, and had COVID and made it through Thanksgiving and Christmas and weighed exactly the same. That is awesome. Congratulations. And Deanna is a returning lifetimer. Hello, congratulations, all you returning lifetimers. We're just so glad you all are here. But you can print this, so I think it's easier. And hello, Kim. Oh, and Kim is also a returning lifetime member. And okay, Kim says she took too long of a break. She took a long break. It wasn't too long. Too long means you never come back. You're back, so it wasn't too long. And hello, Roberta. And hello, Barbara. It's good to see you. But it is easier to do this from a desktop. So I don't think it's easier to track and stay on plan on the desktop, but I think to find these materials, it is easier. So if you are brand new or if you're returning and you've, kind of, where do I start? I think it's easier to find those materials, and you can also print some of them out from your desktop. Or you can use Connect in your app to reach out to others that are on a similar path like you. Because remember, the Personal Points program is all about you. It's not about me. It's not about him, her, whatever. It's all about you. So on Connect now, does anybody know how many groups there are on Connect now? I don't know what the total number of groups is. But you can actually reach out to people who are on the same path as you, like if they're diabetic or if they're over 50, 60, 70. I don't know if there's a group for over 80, but I'm willing to check it, and find out. Parents of small children, walking groups, vegan groups, vegetarian groups, 100+ club groups, people that need to lose 100, pounds or more. There's all kinds of different groups that you can join. And so to access those, that I do find easier to do on your app. So either on your phone or on a tablet. I find it easier to do that. And Barbie, you will get used to it, honey. I know you're a smart lady. I know you'll get used to it. So to access that, you're going to go to your app and then go down to where those 3 heads are. So it's like a silhouette of 3 heads. You're going to touch that. And then you're going to scroll down to where it says groups. And then after that, then you're going to click on browse groups. And then you're either going to enter a search term, or you can go ahead and scroll through, lots of ideas for groups to join. And lastly, you can join, join a group. There are on Facebook, there are lots and lots and lots of other informative groups on Facebook that are sharing a lot of this information. People are talking about it. People are sharing ideas and information, sharing recipes, getting you started. So we have the If You Have an Egg Facebook group. It is a closed group, meaning that you're going to have to request to join. Carol Lou is here. Debbie is also here. They're my techie friends. So maybe they will share the link for you, but you will have to answer 3 questions to be let in. I love it when you all start lively discussions. So I know like Deanna's been chatting a lot. So has Julie, so we've had, and of course then we have Karen and Lynn who post motivational things almost every single day. So, I love it when y'all start discussions. So I love it when y'all ask a question in the If You Have an Egg group, because I'm telling you, right now there are 13,000 ladies and a sprinkling of men in the If You Have an Egg group, and we're all here for the same reason. We're all here because, we've had a lifetime of learning some behaviors that we might want to change, or some things we want to do differently. Thank you very much, Carol Lou. Or some things we want to do differently. So we're there. We're all there for you. Okay, or you can find your favorite YouTuber who can explain it all. So that would just be youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. Okay, that is the news that I have so far for the first official week of January. We're actually into the second week of January because this is January the 9th. But it's the first official full week of January. So that is my news for the second week of January 2022. Okay, this month's theme is Start Strong. So we are going to spend the entire month of January about starting strong. And then I'm going to finish that by saying, and staying strong, finishing strong. Hello, Barbara from, I never know how to say that, Bonao, South Carolina. Bonao, South Carolina. John, help me out, because you've probably been there or sent guys there. But we're going to be talking about big plans with big follow through, little plans with big follow through. So we're going to start strong and we're going to stay strong in the month of January. So the first thing I want to know, though, starting strong, this is seriously the first full week of January. There are so many of you all here. So many of you all are either have been committed this entire time or you have recommitted to Weight Watchers, and I am so proud of you. So give me a thumbs up if you attended an in-person workshop last week or if you attended a Zoom workshop last week. Yep, so thumbs ups for that. And I did, so I'm going to give myself a thumbs up. And I will just mention, this isn't actually Weight Watchers news, but if you were in the Knoxville area, and Linda had her bottom in a gray chair in the land of green chairs. So Linda, it's all new. Linda's trying something new. She's trying her bottom in gray chairs instead of green chairs right now. But I will say, if you are in the Knoxville area, to not use my Weeklies Plus. Oh, Sandra said this is the first week that she's been able to not use her Weeklies Plus. That's okay. We're also getting used to this program. But while you're giving me thumbs ups for in-person workshops and for attending Zoom workshops, if you are in the Knoxville area, if you are in this East Tennessee Weight Watchers region, please know they have returned to a mask mandate. So I hate to say mandate. A mandate makes it sound like they're going to be standing at the door with pitchforks and, torches going, you have to wear a mask or you can't come in. It's just out of an abundance of caution. We are sometimes in each other's faces. Hello, Karen. So close. Like when you're weighing in, when you're shouting for joy because you had a great weight loss, when you're hugging your workshop leader because you had a fantastic weight loss or, whatever. Or when you're crying on her shoulder because you could have done better. And yes, Rosie was able to attend an in-person workshop today. And her chairs are black. But I'm just going to say, Knoxville ladies, East Tennessee area, masks again, okay? Please take them. I know y'all have them. I know everybody still has a mask, okay? Don't tell me you don't have one. We also have them. Okay. Anyway, that's my news for Knoxville ladies. So thumbs ups for going to an in-person workshop and sitting in whatever color chair, or going to a Zoom workshop last week. And let's see some hearts if you were here last week, if you were here live with us last week, or if you watched later on demand. I was here with us last week. So I'm going to do some hearts. Yep, everybody. Good job, everybody. Yeah, okay, so see, a lot of y'all in other states, you've already been back to masks. So I'm just saying, sometimes we're really close to each other in those workshops. So it's okay. It's okay, just wear a mask. You'll live. I promise. You'll be fine. You will be fine. Alyssa actually likes to wear her mask sometimes. Sometimes she asks, because we have them hanging just before you go out the door. Sometimes she asks to be able to wear her mask. So we will be fine. She's 4. She loves them. As adults, we will survive. Okay. Anyway, so this month we're starting strong and staying strong. And so bravo to everybody who did an in-person workshop last week. Yeah, I know, and everybody's commenting because everybody sits so close. And, we don't know who's vaccinated, who's not vaccinated. And this is not a forum for jumping on or off, any of those bandwagons. I'm just saying, Knoxville girls, be prepared, because today would have been the first day that they started doing it again. So bravo stickers to everybody who went to an in-person workshop, who attended a Zoom workshop, or was here with us last week, or watched later on demand. So bravo to all of you all. Big thumbs ups and lots of bravos, because you're doing this the first full week of the new year. So you've survived the holiday. You're doing this the first full week of the year. Last week was chat number 255, and we were talking about let's do you in 2022, because the phrases that have become so cliche, the ones that I'm guilty of doing it too, but the ones that are so cliche, new year, new me, whatever. Okay, yeah, you might have some new ideas. You might be trying to do some new things, but you're not, hello, Julie, you are not completely, new. So let's not go overboard with those, but let's do you into 2022, because that's what we are doing on the new Personal Points program. We are doing you, okay? So we're going to do you in 2022. So last week we were talking about how great it is to have fresh beginnings and a new start. I don't know about you, but I love knowing the fact that I'm going to go to bed at night and I'm going to have a fresh, brand new day in the morning. Even though I hated the rain today, it was so much. Oh no, hold on a minute. This is totally not WW related, but Debbie said that Bob Saget from Full House was just found dead in an Orlando hotel room. What? Oh my gosh, I follow his wife on Instagram. I will have to check that after this. Okay, well, that's disturbing news. Okay, sorry that Debbie and I sidetracked, but oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, let's just all take a breath for a second. That's weird, because we all feel like we know him, because we all grew up with that. But anyway, we were talking about, fresh beginnings. And even though I couldn't stand the rain today because there was so much of it, I do like though what a fresh start you get after a good rain. You get a start to a new week, you get a start to a new year. Oh my gosh, Jennifer said Dobie Gillis passed away too. What on earth? Oh my gosh. Okay, and yes, Rita, thank you for saying this is your workshop. Oh, let's. Oh my gosh, that's such sad news. Okay, so, oh my gosh, we're gonna take another break. Just a moment to kind of collect myself. So Kathy's been on a break, but she's back now. Oh no, Loretta got all the ice storms. So I'm just saying a fresh start to everything, is a good thing. I love it when I have a clean plate and a clean slate, because it's a fresh start to everything. But what we were talking about last week, though, is even though New Year's are a great time to start fresh, you can't go big or go home, because if you go too big, you're just going to go home, okay? So you can't go too big or you're going to go home. So last week we chatted just a little bit about if 2021, if it was worse than 2020, because I know some of you all feel like last year was even worse than 2020. Some of you thought, it's just another year. You didn't see any big, no big deal. Thank you, Kim. You didn't see any big deal. It's just another year. But a few of you, some of us, thought that 2021 was so good, or there were some aspects of 2021 that were so good that you wanted to repeat them, okay? So your homework for last week was Let's Do You in 2022. And this new personalized program is all about doing you. And yes, Rosie, I heard that earlier. So that's our 3. So we should be done. We should be done now. She said Sydney Portier also passed away. So that's the 3. So we should be done now for the week. But let's see how you did with your homework. Mary Ann says that even though 2021 was rough, so she admits it was a rough year, she did have some successes by attending workshops and exercising, plus the Sunday night chats. Those helped keep her on track. Tina says that after rocking 2020, so apparently she just absolutely rocked, 2020, she derailed in 2021. Hello. Yeah, right there with you, sister. So her advice to herself, and something that she would tell somebody new, is to watch the weekly chats, even if you have to binge watch. Okay, so there's nothing about me that's special on the weekly chats. The reason I also think that the weekly chats are so important, I'm reading comments that you all make. We're all in this boat together. It's a gentle reminder of what we talked about the week before. Some of you all don't have in-person workshops to go to, and this is the closest thing you got. So it's fun to do this, live and, once a week. So Tina says, even if you have to binge watch, to go ahead and keep up with the weekly chats. Then Deanna has one habit that she will be keeping because it was such a winner. And I thought this one was a great one. She has been posting her pictures of her meals. So first, it keeps her accountable. Second, is to inspire new people. And it's a gentle reminder to herself when she can't think of anything to eat, or thought, that didn't go very well, or whatever. She can go back and look and say, look at all these fantastic meals I had this week, and be an inspiration to somebody else. So when she can't think of anything to eat, she has this whole, little picture library of things to go back and choose from that she knows were delicious. So, oh, hello, Sherry. So, yeah, congratulations to everybody that did your homework. There were several this week that I did not get to mention, but they were fantastic. And actually, Sylvia is going to use her homework for this week for next week. I'm just saying, Sylvia. Remember, you can use it for next week's homework too. And Myra, it is good to see you. And yes, I agree that it helps to keep people focused. It helps to keep me focused to talk to you all about this, okay? So bravo to everyone who did their homework. Good job, everybody. This week, though, we are saying 2021, and that's a wrap. So just like the video that Weight Watchers did for us, we are officially in week 2 of the new year. Oh, Loretta, I'm so sorry. We're officially in week 2 of the new year, so it's time to consider 2021 a wrap. It's still okay to look in the rearview mirror. Remember, I just told you a few minutes ago, it's still okay to look in the rearview mirror, but we need to keep our eyes forward and on the new year and on some new goals. So I've been promising the last, week or two that we would be talking a lot about STAR goals this month, and the Weight Watchers, weekly did not disappoint. So it was right on target. I know they write those things way ahead of anything that I ever say, but it was right on target. And I'm so sorry. I'm going to sneeze. I'll be right back. Hold on. Maybe I won't sneeze. Woo. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. I've gotten rid of the voice thing, but not some of the other things. Okay. And yes, Loretta, I am also so sorry for your loss. And thank you all for loving on Loretta. So they did talk a lot about star goals, and it's as if they heard me talking and then suddenly made this weekly. I'm just kidding. I know they planned these a long time ahead of time. So I just want to say that New Year's resolutions are grandiose, ambiguous. Many times they are grandiose, ambiguous dreams, which in the wise words of Jiminy Cricket means that it's a wish that your heart makes. So, a wish, or see, a dream is a wish your heart makes. So you may want whatever this resolution is with all your heart. You may wish that it will come true, but if it's too big, if it's too vague, if it's too overwhelming, especially if you won't know how, or if you did it, then it's still just a wish that your heart made, okay? So we're going to break down star goals really quickly. I've talked about them for the last couple of weeks. We're going to talk about it again real quick tonight. So hello, Leslie from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So star goals, STAR, that's a long-term Weight Watchers goal. We're going to break them down real quick again. There are other chats about star goals, but real quick, specific. So the S is for specific. Make sure the goal is specific. I want to reduce my food waste. Isn't specific. I don't know how much, when, whatever. If it's not measurable, hello, Evie. If you can't measure it, if you don't know when you've reached your goal, then you don't know that it's not specific. So I want to reduce my food waste by 50% by the end of the year is measurable, and it's very specific. And then that's my personal goal. And even if I don't make the 50%, at least I can still measure how far I did come by the specified timeline. So specific. The T is for truly doable. Is this something that you can truly do? So if the task is too big, adjust it. So if I decide, here in a couple of weeks, I don't know, 50% might be too big. If that's no longer truly doable, you can always adjust it, make it truly doable for you. So if the timeline is too short, extend it, a little bit. If your goal was to become a 5-foot tall blonde and you are a 5'5" redhead, only one of those tasks is truly doable, okay? Only one of those goals is truly doable. Just saying. Actionable. The A is for actionable. So for a goal to be successful, it needs to be something that you are going to do and not something that you're not going to do. So saying, I will never eat French fries again. As God is my witness, I will never eat French fries again. Saying that, it's not going to happen. That will probably never happen. And an actionable goal instead would be to say something like, I will only eat French fries when they're hot, crisp, fresh, and when I can share them with someone. That would be actionable because that's a goal. And Mary says a goal without a plan is just a wish. That's exactly right. And then the R is relevant. So the goal has to be the New Year's resolution, whatever you want to call it, it has to be relevant to you. So this is not your mother-in-law's cousin said you should do something, or even that I said you should do something, okay? This is about you. So this is all about you in 2022. So if the goal is relevant to you, if it's relevant to you, your journey, is it a wish that your heart made? If it is, fantastic. Proceed. If not, drop it like a hot potato, okay? And move on to something else that's just for you. So your homework this week is #shooting_star. So just like Jiminy Cricket, I could have made it something about Jiminy and I could have made it something about Tinkerbell. But anyway, #shooting_star, and the star is capital STAR. So for shooting star goals, #shooting_star, and you are all my shooting stars. You all deserve to get the wishes that your heart makes. Tell us one star goal that you're going to set for this year, this month. It might even just be for this day. And you can, tell us a length of time because that will make it specific. And then you know the drill. Type it, snap it, post it, write it, whatever. Tell me, tell everybody, whatever. Post it and tag me in it. You're going to do it on Instagram, Facebook, Connect. You can comment on YouTube. Rosie's really good about doing her homework over on YouTube. So you want to do that to get your homework badge for this week. Casey's still cranking out some super cute ones. Thank you very much, Lynn, for posting that. Casey is still cranking out some super cute homework badges. Alyssa and Bo is big enough that she is starting to hold her own head up right now, or she's starting to hold her own head up, and so her and Alyssa are like suddenly super buddies. So Casey's got a little bit of free, hand time back again. Oh, well, thank you. Let's see. Leslie says, still trying to find a virtual workshop that works for her and that she loves spending her Sunday night time with us. And Sandra's exactly right. It is time for water. So if you are If you're brand new, at the 30-minute mark, we take a quick break. I'm going to put on an apron, even though we are not technically making anything tonight. We're going to be talking about making things tonight. But I put on the apron so that Casey knows where to divide the videos. I so confused her last week when I went busting out of here thinking, and that's cute, Deborah, when I went busting out of here thinking that we were going to get a snowstorm. And when Casey tried to divide up the video, she was like, no apron? Because she couldn't figure out where the middle of it was. And the fact that it was like 9 minutes shorter than normal had her completely, anyway, it just had her completely thrown off. But if you were brand new with us, we were getting ready for the second half of tonight's chat. The first half is always classroom. It's to review whatever we just went over in your WW workshops. But we always stop and get a drink of water. And I have had as much water as a human can drink today. So I have switched to tea, to nighttime tea. And no, Sylvia, we got no snow. We got none here. They got some up at the shop, up at the granite shop. And Nashville did get some. But if I had, like put it all together with my hand, I might have come up with a handful of snow. We got nothing. We got ripped off. Okay. So everybody drink some water. I'm drinking some nighttime tea so that when I get home, I can go to bed. Okay, so at the halfway point, everybody grab some water. So this is the second half of chat number 256. And I think it's pretty obvious. I am Kelly. This is IfYouHaveAnEgg.com in case you were just watching the second half of this on YouTube. But I think it's pretty clear by now that my resolution for the new year is to reduce my food waste by 50%. I think that's pretty clear by the end of the year. I've only said it 5 times probably in the last 2 weeks. And after doing a quick inventory, both here at Casey Kitchen Center and at home, because I looked in refrigerators, freezers, pantries, just did a quick inventory. I didn't go crazy, but doing a quick inventory because I live here at Casey Kitchen Center and at home, obviously. But after doing a quick inventory of both, and finding the information that I'm getting ready to read off to you, I'm even more determined to reduce my participation in our overall food waste. Okay. So this is what I found going through both of the kitchens. Number one, a kitchen garbage bag size. So how big is that? How big is a kitchen garbage bag? I don't even know how many gallons that is. Not a 55-gallon bag, but however big that is. A kitchen garbage bag full of unidentifiable bags, containers, and who knows what's in the foil. 13 gallons. Okay, so it's a 13-gallon bag of unidentifiable other bags, containers. I have no idea what they have in them, and I wasn't willing to look. Thank you, Terry and Deanna and Susie. Who knows what's in the foil? Not willing to look. And how long has it been in the fridge or the freezer? So I just went and put all that stuff out. Filled a 13-gallon garbage bag. Okay, that shouldn't happen. So if I reduce this by half by the end of the year, then I should only be filling up a 6.5 gallon garbage bag. Just kidding. I don't want to fill up any garbage bags with food that is so wrong that you can't identify it. Okay. I found 7 bottles of partially consumed, and some of them, I just remembered. Linda took this opportunity to remind her granddaughter to deal with her leftover food before she goes to her room. So I may be in trouble with Linda's granddaughter. Just kidding. Come on, Linda's granddaughter. You gotta do something with this. But I found 7 between the 2 kitchens. Now, this is not just at home. Between the 2 kitchens, I found 7 bottles of partially consumed, and some of them crusted over a little bit, bottles of salad dressing. Okay, 7. I found 2 almost, but not quite empty yet, mayonnaise containers. So I guess we just keep buying more mayonnaise, but we leave enough in there to do something with it and then throw it away. And then probably 20 or so those tiny little, 1 tablespoon plastic, containers with a lid, those little condiment containers from various food trucks that we had here at Casey Kitchen Center in 2021. And then I found outdated ketchup, jelly packets, creamer things, from fast food, whatever. And some of them were so old. Some of them, oh no, Linda's granddaughter is 16, so everybody's in trouble a lot. I understand. I totally understand. But some of them were so old that when I picked them up or went to move them or went to put them in the trash, whatever, some of them were oozing or they were nearly dehydrated. Eek! Yikes. Okay. So all of that's gone. I could go on. I could keep going, but you get the picture. Okay. So earlier we talked about, in our chat, we talked about star goals, and it looks like a couple of you all did this too. Spice racks, cleaned out refrigerators. So we talked earlier about star goals and how important it is to make sure that the goal is specific, truly doable, actionable, and relevant to you. Wait, hold on a second. Okay, Julie, I'm very interested in what you just said. Julie said California has a new law, for unused food, fruit rinds, and vegetables into a compost bin. Apparently, we're supposed to get these bins. I would personally love that. I would love to have a compost bin, but I'm assuming that means they have somewhere to take it to compost it. So we're having a recycling dump. Okay. We're having a recycling stuff issue here in Knoxville because we don't hardly anybody does single sort recycling anymore. Anyway, so I can't imagine if we tried to compost, but my goal is to reduce my food waste by 50% and only be composting that other 50%. But anyway, okay. So we talked about the STAR goals. We talked about it being, specific, truly doable, actionable, and relevant. So, we also need to talk about ladders though. So did you all think that when we were talking about making STAR goals that we didn't talk about ladders? So did ladders ever pop into your mind? Okay, our fearless? Yes, ladders. Ladders, like ladders. So my fearless leader, Gwen, drew a very simple but insightful picture. It was a visual demonstration last Tuesday night during our in-person workshop. And, oh, good Lord. Carol Lou puts leftovers out for the raccoons. Please put them so far away that you do not attract them to someone's house, okay? You do not want me to go down, remember, zoologists also, you do not want me to go down a path of what kind of destruction raccoons can cause. Okay, hopefully you're giving them food way, way, way far away. Okay, anyway, so Gwen's beautiful ladder demonstration was to show, she drew a picture of somebody standing under an apple tree and they were wishing, remember the dream is a wish your heart makes. They were under an apple tree wishing for the apple. So I'm sure that their goal was, I want that apple. I'm going to figure out how to get that apple. So next to that person, she drew 2 ladders. And one of the ladders only had 5 rungs and they were spread, pretty far apart. They were evenly spread, but they were, spread pretty far apart. And then the other one had like 10 or 12 rungs. And, oh my gosh, Carol Lou. Okay, we're going to have to talk separately about the raccoons. Anyway, okay, we're going to talk about raccoons separately, Carol Lou. I'll call you. I'll private message you. Anyway, so the 12 to 15 rung ladder, they were also evenly spaced out, but there were like 12 to 15 rungs. So, if we hadn't already been talking about these goals, you might say, oh yes, Leslie, I think there are. Okay, sorry, I'm going to say out loud, and just in case y'all don't see this in the comments, Leslie needs to know if there are any other Canadian Weight Watchers members here tonight. So if you are Canadian and you are here tonight, and today is Sunday, go ahead and raise your hand, say hello, say I'm here because she has a question, I think. But anyway, so when you're looking at these rungs, it'd be easy to say, oh, I'll take the 5 rung ladder because, take the 5 rung ladder because I can just go, I've only got 5 rungs to go up. But the truth of the matter is you would either fall or be worn out before you ever got to the top of that one. The 12 to 15 rung ladder might seem like it's going to take a little more work or have a little more steps, but we could all get there. So we could do it. If it was a 12 to 15 rung ladder, it might take a few more steps, and a teeny bit longer, but you could get there with the 12 to 15 steps. So you've got your STAR goal, but how is your ladder? So everybody's going to be thinking about their STAR goal for their homework, but I need you to think about your ladder. How is your ladder? How many rungs do you have on it? So one of the reasons that I have so much food waste is my rungs have been too far apart. So, I've always, because my mom was huge into this, even before she became vegan, she was huge into composting. We always had a half-acre garden. We lived on a 13-acre farm. And we had chickens, and chickens will eat a lot. So you think you need to get rid of some food waste, get you some chickens, because they will eat anything. Chickens and goats will eat anything, and they don't spread rabies, and they do not destroy your neighbor's trash can. Just saying. Or give you rabies. So my mom had always preached this to me. She had always shown me how to compost. I mean, she didn't like actively say, this is how you compost. This is what you should do to compost. It wasn't like a conscious decision. We just grew up doing that, composting, recycling, upcycling, things like that. To the chagrin of people like, John, because there are little bits and balls of stuff everywhere from upcycling. But anyway, but when I have been trying to meet my recipe goals, my food prep goals, my rungs have been too far apart. So the rungs on my ladder have been too far apart, and I've been doing this the last couple of years. Oh, well, here's my goal. I know it's specific. I know it is truly doable for me. It is actionable because it's something that I'm going to be doing, and it is relevant to me. But I'll spread my rungs out so far that when I'm trying to, get up there, I can get to about rung number 2 or 3. And then I either fall down, I get tired, I get out of breath, and I just can't do it. So one of the reasons that I have so much food waste right now is because my rungs are way too far apart. Debbie said she's getting waiting for the live video signal message, and the chat is stopping. I'm not getting that. I'm watching with you all live, and I'm not getting that message. So Debbie, hopefully it's just your internet. But anyway, so anything like that, when I'm trying to do it, when they're spread too far apart, then it is, I'm just going to get tired, and I'm going to fall down. So when I start to do, like when I started the garden last year, I went from 0 to 500 as fast as I could, doing the garden with Alyssa. And it didn't end so well. I mean, it didn't end badly, but it didn't end so well because I just went 105, percent, 105 miles an hour without, without making my rungs closer together. So that's one of the reasons that I'm in this so much food waste situation that I'm in. So I try to meet my other goals like recipe experimentation, things like that, and food prep without enough steps on my ladder. So check it out. This is how I'm going to add some rungs to my ladder. So the rest of this chat is called Reducing Food Waste, Double Duty Recipes, and just hear me out on this. Even if you don't cook, even if you don't think you're going to cook, even if you don't food prep, you'll be able to get something out of this. And I promise this is a rung on my ladder, because this will get me ready for something that we are going to cook next week. So it would be irresponsible of me to try and do this and prepare those 2 things this week. So I have added a rung to my ladder to say, just talk about it this week, Kelly. Next week, y'all can make the food. So first thing, if your food prep rungs are too far apart, so if you've only allowed yourself, 4 or 5 food prep rungs like I've been doing, trying to make too much can be worse than making nothing at all. So I kept thinking, I have to food prep something, but I was making too much. So making too much can be worse than making nothing at all. Don't throw away what's left in the crock pot, or those containers that have so much fur that they're walking on their own, that you're afraid to lift the top because you're literally afraid it's going to jump at you. So here are some ways to add, a couple of rungs to that food prep ladder. So one of the ways is to make, one rung to add on your ladder is to make a smaller batch or share it with friends or family. So I saw somebody a few minutes ago, and I'm sorry, I didn't catch who it was, but somebody said, I make a smaller batch. Exactly. So last week when I told Karen that I had made my accountability buddy Karen, that I had made a 7-quart crock pot full of soup, she was like, why? Why did you make a 7-quart? She was like, make half that. Get a smaller crock pot. Yeah, doy. Okay. So that's a rung to go on the ladder, is to make a smaller batch or to share it with family or friends, or another family. The second thing is only prep enough for a few days at a time. So I've been saying this for years. When I get excited and I prep something and it's supposed to last me for days and days and days, like I see all these people that get all of their planning done, grocery shopping done, meal lists, all these fancy charts and whatever it looks like, something that Casey made. It's like charted to death and color coded and all that kind of stuff. And I make too much. I get bored with it. I'm going to throw it away. I'm never going to eat it all. So only prep enough to last a few days. Or another rung that you can add to your ladder is to prep in an easy way, and in a way that's easy to grab it, heat it up. Maybe you can freeze it. Maybe you can pressure can. So I know Debbie got into pressure canning last year, and I'm going to try some of that this year as a rung to my ladder. I'm not going to go crazy with it. Or you can make like your own TV dinner. So for the 7 quarts of soup, you know, I added a rung to my ladder we ate it 3 nights in a row, and John was done. Even though I changed it just a tiny bit, you know, each night it was just a little different. And Deanna's a food prepper. They have therapy for that. I'm just kidding. I love you all, and I wish I could be more like you. But John was done by night 3. So I took the rest of the 7 quarts, and I have divided it up into individual servings. So these are 1 cup servings in a super cubes. I also have some 2 cup ones. So that way, you know, and after I take it out of this, I put it in a clear freezer bag, and it says on it what kind of soup it is and what day I made it, so that I can easily look at this clear bag. I can see what it is. It's not opaque. So like if I leave it in this, I've got no idea what it is. But now that they're frozen, I can pop them out, put them in the gallon Ziploc freezer bag, and I can put them in there with the name on there. I can even rotate them if I want to, and then that way I know, oh gosh, I've still got 3 of those left, 2 of those left, you know, whatever, and go ahead and get that done. So prepping easy to grab servings, so you can freeze them, pressure can them, make your own TV dinners, you know, something like that. Okay, if your kitchen stock rungs are too far apart. So what I mean by kitchen stock rungs is like we just talked about overstocking a kitchen, okay? And I technically have 2 kitchens. I have 2 kitchens. I have one here at Casey Kitchen Center at work and one at home. So if your kitchen stocking rungs are too far apart and you bought one of everything or you got all the new flavors. So somebody, you know, G. Hughes put out 5 new flavors of sugar-free sauce and you bought all of them, you know, something like that. Or you bought every ingredient for every recipe that you were ever going to make and then you didn't use it. Okay, these are some rungs for that ladder. So it's hard, but just go ahead and do it. Clean out your pantry, refrigerator, freezer. Just do it now of the items that have expired or have been open so long that they're crusty, okay? If you take the lid off and it's crusty on the top, just go ahead and get rid of it. Go ahead and assume it's gross, okay? So expired or crusty lids, go ahead and get rid of them. And it's hard to fill up that garbage bag, but you got to do it, okay? You got to get it cleaned out and just get it done. I'm serious. I don't like to clean, but it was very rewarding to see 2 clean shelves in my freezer. Okay, I have 2 perfectly clean. Now they have soup going in them clean shelves in my freezer. It was very, I don't know, it was very satisfying. Second rung that you can add to your kitchen stock ladder is commit to not opening a new sauce or condiment until you have finished another one. So I'm not saying you have to finish all of them, but how about, and I'm talking to me when I say this, how about not opening all of the condiment containers at one time? Okay, how about just opening one when you finish one? Okay, that's an original thought for me, literally. Or you can add this rung too, and I just did this today, you can find a substitute for the ingredients that are already in a recipe with something that you may already have. So one of the recipes that I'll be working on this week, so I'm in a food contest with Big Mountain Foods, and I'm entering 2 recipes, but one of the recipes that I want to enter, I needed, and I'm going to sneak and read this without showing it to you. In one of the recipes, I needed vinegar, I needed sesame oil, I needed soy sauce, I needed rice wine vinegar, I needed pineapple juice, and I was thinking about miso powder, but I wasn't sure if I was going to use that or not. But that would have been vinegar, sesame oil, soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, and pineapple juice, and maybe red miso. That would have been 6 things that I would have needed to purchase. I would have needed to have containers or fresh or, whatever of. And rather than do all that, and I just talked about G. Hughes, and I don't know why I feel the need to shake it, but anyway, I realized, I can save myself a lot of time, and 6 ingredients. I already own some sugar-free Asian miso dressing that's already open from G. Hughes, and it is sugar-free. It's delicious. I love this, but it was going to take me a long time. I only use this on tofu, and it was going to take me a long time to use this bottle. But here we go. This will replace 6 of the ingredients in the recipes that I'm making this week. 6. So I was getting ready to have 6 open containers of other things that may or may not ever get used and might get shoved to the back of the refrigerator. Ta-da! Here you go. So do that. So think about how you could substitute something. Okay, and then last, if you're well, this is not the last thing I'm talking about, but the last thing for rung ladders is, let's see, Jennifer says she's finding it hard to find ingredients if she only needs like a half a cup or something. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, and Debbie says take your condiments and put them in the 2 tablespoon super cubes. You could totally do that if it's something that's freezable. So the last thing with rungs on the ladder though is if your list of recipes is bigger, and yes, Sylvia, I will be sharing them. It's a contest. Of course, I have to share them. But if your list of recipes is bigger than the number of people that you have in your household. So for example, you have a recipe like that soup recipe I was talking about, that made 24 servings. I have 2 people in my household, 2, because Alyssa's not going to eat soup, and she doesn't live with us. She's there a lot. She doesn't live with us. So that made 24 servings. Does that make sense at all? So if your list of recipes is bigger than the number of people that you have in your household, here are 3 rungs that you can add to that ladder. One of them is to find recipes with similar ingredients so that they can share the base ingredients. So instead of buying, so like I bought an entire head of Napa cabbage. And I mean, this thing it's that big around, and it's this tall. So 2 of the recipes that I'm making for the Big Mountain Food Challenge are both going to use Napa cabbage. If not, I would have been using maybe half of that. And then I promise you, here in about a week or 2, I'd have been going, dang it, I still have over half of a Napa cabbage, and I'd have been, sticking it outside in the compost heap. So instead, both of the recipes are going to include Napa cabbage. So 2 recipes sharing, some of the same base ingredients. Both of them are going to have the G. Hughes sugar-free Asian miso dressing. So they are going to some chopped fresh pineapple, so they are going to have some things that are similar, so they're going to share some base ingredients, so we don't have to have the same thing every night, but I can use up all of those fresh and perishable ingredients. Another rung that you can add to your ladder is to save new recipes for when you have friends or family over. So I'm going to make them here at Casey Kitchen Center. John is more than happy to eat leftovers, but one of the recipes that I'm making is going to make, where did my bag go? It's right here. It's going to make 8 hot dogs, and I'll tell you what they are in a second, but it's going to make 8. Do you think I need to open an 8? They don't make a two bun pack. I don't need to open an 8. This will take John and I 4 nights, and I promise you we would be bored, even if it's a fantastic recipe and a winner when I get done. We do not need 8 of these things. So I'm going to make this one while I'm here at work, because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us here on any given day. So everybody can have one and try one. So add a rung to your ladder when you only try new recipes if you're going to have friends or family over, or if it's like a bigger recipe, or when you're in a situation where you can share it at church or with a neighbor or something like that. And then the last rung on that ladder is to plan, this would be so much fun, plan a monthly recipe party with some Weight Watchers friends and try out the new recipe together. You'll make it together. You can all live and learn from it. You can share the ingredients, so you might bring the Napa cabbage, you might bring, Dusty's up, you might bring the Napa cabbage, you might bring the fresh pineapple, I might bring my bottle of open sugar-free meat, Asian miso dressing, and you can share those so you don't have any food waste because you're making them together. Okay, so I'm going to give you a sneak peek of my recipes for the contest. So this week I will be finishing, so I've already gathered, thought, prepped, prepared, gotten ready for, decided how I'm going to do this without throwing a lot of this away, because that's a frequent happening when I enter these recipe contests. I do end up throwing a lot of the ingredients away because you've got to test it. Sometimes it turns out perfecto on the first try, but you need some people to eat it. There's only so many times that John and I can test recipes before then we're just so tired of it we don't want the actual winning recipe. So I was invited to participate in a recipe contest with Big Mountain Foods, and I struggled with opening all of these yummy vegan options that they sent while knowing that I had also just made a big commitment to reduce my food waste. So I don't know if you know much about vegan food, but once you open it, you need to use it within just a couple of days. So this is not like a pork chop or something that you can leave out on the counter for 3 days, or like a hard-boiled egg where, grandma leaves it out on the counter, for days, or a lard cake or, something like that. And it doesn't, and it's not that it's perishable, but it's not that perishable, or you can just slice the fuzz off and, keep eating it. That's not how this is. So anything that is vegan, no preservatives, things like that, you need to eat them within a couple of days after you open them. Okay. So I was like, I want to do my recipes. I need to get them posted. I want to get it entered, but I also don't want to open these because I know we've have like 3 days to eat them or they're going to go bad. And I for sure did not want to throw them away because they were so kind to send me an entire case of foods. So it would have been irresponsible of me to try and make these tonight because I'm already going to push you all till 9 o'clock. I would have been rushing, you'd have been rushing, and half of this would have been thrown away. So I really feel like I met my resolution tonight by not opening this without being able to finish it. And these products deserve to be tried in their warmest, freshest, bestest temperatures and freshness situation, and there's no one here to try them but me tonight. Okay, so we're going to wait until I'm going to follow my own advice for reducing food waste, and I'm going to create double duty recipes. So I'm going to only be preparing as much as can be consumed in a few days. When I make these recipes, I'll be making them here at Casey Kitchen Center so that we can consume them in a few days. I'm going to be substituting ingredients that I already had on hand for some of the ones where I was considering purchasing things, for this contest. I want to win, but I also want to win my food waste reduction goal. And I will be making all of this at work so that I know that they will be eaten, and I will get feedback from actual civilians. Okay, they are not other Weight Watchers. So what am I making? I will be making, good night Trish, I will be making a Caribbean slaw dog is one of my recipes for this contest. And the other one is Caribbean skillet hash. So they both have the Napa slaw, they both have the pineapple, they've both got some, other ingredients that are going to make them, Caribbean. What they sent me is, they sent me mighty mushroom bites. They sent me cauli crumble veggie grounds, and I will put a link. I'll have Jessica put a link on the chat as to where you can find these. But they are all, let's see, they're vegan. They have lots of protein. They're made with fresh vegetables, gluten-free, soy-free, nut-free, free of common allergens. We'll talk about these more next week. But the two recipes, the Caribbean slaw dog is going to be made with the Big Brat veggie links. And then the Caribbean skillet hash is going to be made with the superfood brekkie links. So I'm super excited to show you all these next week. I'm super pumped that I did not buy 6 more things to put in my pantry or my refrigerator, and that I found something that I already had here on hand to be used for that. So I can't wait to show you these in the coming week. I hope that you will seriously think about how to reduce your food waste over the next week, months, the next year. It's going to be hard to throw away all that stuff to get ready, but I think it's going to be good to start with a fresh slate. We talked about fresh slates earlier. I think it's always good. So you all have a great week. I hope you learned something tonight. If you are watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and let that next video roll on over. I promise you're going to like it. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click this button to subscribe, and then go ahead and click the bell so that you'll be notified when the next video comes up. And I had such a great time again tonight. No snow in the forecast today. It's just chilly. And Susie got her air fryer for Christmas. Awesome. Congratulations. But good night, everybody. I hope you had a great time. I had another great week, and I will see you all next time. Good night.